What's up, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? We are the Third String Podcast back in effect with another episode. Trying a new little format. I actually personally like the way this looks, so we got some juicy things to work out with this that you guys are going to really love and be surprised about. But, Daryl, as always, we have some things that we need to talk about because there were some hits and some misses and some Falcons news that is like, are we ready to play now? Are we rising up? Let me know.
Yeah. That is a big question, but we'll talk about that later.
Yep.
I think we're going to start off with the biggest news is probably the college football rankings.
Yeah.
So I have it up. We have LSU number 1, Ohio State 2, Clemson 3, Georgia 4, Alabama 5, Oregon 6, Utah 7, and surprising Minnesota 8.
Right.
Are you okay with the rankings?
What can we do? Yeah.
What can we do?
Yeah.
But if you was a voter, is that how you kind of would go?
Yeah, at this point.
So
again, the race is still pretty open, as we talked about last time.
Right. Uh-huh.
There were 7 teams before last Saturday that were in it.
Mm-hmm.
And I knew people were going to beat each other.
Right.
Multiple people, and it's still not over. And yeah, we're in for a very strong, great finish, and I'm okay with the rankings. Now, real quick about LSU.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the only one who feels this way, probably, so I'm okay with it. So I don't care what anybody else thinks. They've gotten away with a lot of. It's a divine intervention type of season.
You think so?
Yes. Okay. So when they played Texas, it was a last-second mess-up that made them score. They win the game. Plus, it was Texas. I never lean on them anymore these days.
Never lean.
Auburn, if I'm not mistaken, they played at home in Death Valley.
Uh-huh.
They played the Gators in Death Valley.
Right.
Might I add, we messed up by swapping quarterbacks in and out with Emory Jones.
Mm-hmm.
Good player. He will be good. But we kept trying to do this, like, what's it called? We kept trying to do different packages. Huh?
What, like quarterback by committee or?
Yeah, they just kept swapping, like, 2 plays Trask, 2 plays Emory Jones. It was just like, you can't get in a groove like that. So we lost by, like, 20 points or whatever, and but still, at the end of the day, it was at home / bad coaching. I know you capitalize on bad coaching, right? That's how you win games. But what are the odds we do bad coaching in this game? It's our fault, but bad timing for that to happen. Then lastly, the Alabama game. Let's call it what it is.
Okay.
Tua just came back.
He still looked hurt.
He was so hurt. That man was limping. That man's not 100. He didn't get to fully rehab. That man's not 100% at all. And there were certain plays where he had a chance to run the ball, like he would have, and he could have got first downs or scored. But he still did an amazing job, and he has effort. He has heart because they came back.
Right.
Yeah. LSU is getting away with fortunate situations. They're good. They're good. We know they're good, but they're getting away with stuff. Not in a bad way, but they're so lucky this season. And again, before you talk, and you guys watching and listening, I know nobody will agree with me, but you get like, I just sit there and lay it out like, if I play the Patriots at home in the playoffs, I'm pretty much I'm down and out. It's over for me because the Patriots aren't going to lose at home in the playoffs. So why would LSU lose at home or anybody? Home field advantage is important. But yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I couldn't disagree with you more.
They're just not as good. I mean, I don't see what everybody else sees. They're not as good as we think they are. They're beatable.
You have to be good to beat Alabama, who was probably number 1 or number 2 best team. So you have to be some type of good. Even though the second half looked like Alabama was just going to magically come back.
And if Tua was 100% with that comeback, come on.
Yeah, but it ain't LSU's fault that he took the surgery.
No, you're right. But I'm saying they're not as good as everybody thinks they are.
I think they're the number 1 ranked team, and they should be number 1 ranked. And they beat.
You were just saying Alabama was.
Yeah, but they lost. They lost. LSU should be. I was prepared to come on the show because I thought the committee would still put Ohio State number 1, and I was going
to. Yeah. I agree.
LSU is the rightful number 1 team. When you beat Alabama, who was 3 at the time, you beat them in the manner that you beat them. Like in the first half was a complete blowout. In the first half,
but you let a gimp team come back and make it interesting.
The team is still good.
Yeah.
Like one person is gimped on that team. The team is still good. That wide receiving core is really good. Harris, the running back, is really good. So it's like one person is gimped on that team.
Your main person. So if Russell Wilson is gimped and hurt, you're not doing that same stuff for the Seahawks.
Yeah, you're not going to do the same. It's just like the Falcons game. You saw when Matt Ryan was scrambling, how he was limping as he was running.
Yeah.
It ain't LSU's fault to decided to have the surgery. We thought he was having a surgery to be ready for this game. So shouldn't you have the surgery a little early? That's not their fault. That's Alabama's fault. It's not their fault. Florida wants to.
I never said it was their fault. I said just by fortunate circumstances that have leaned their way on top of their skill. I'm giving them their like they have the talent. They do. We know that. But people are making mistakes and they're capitalizing on it. So shout out to them.
Yeah, and they should. And any team is gonna have some luck. Any champion during the season is gonna have some luck. Even the Saints, when they won the Super Bowl, they were the number 1 team in turnovers that year. So it wasn't like their defense was great. They were turning the ball.
They only lost one game at the end because I remember
against Dallas.
Yeah, they sat. It was at the same time Indy sat at all their stars, and the Saints sat all their stars at the end because they were both undefeated till then.
Yeah. So
they were number 1 in turnovers and that good at the same time.
Yeah, I mean, but when you win the turnover margin, that gives you extra possessions, that loses possession for the other people, that puts you in better field position. So you just capitalize on it. Yeah. But my issue with this ranking system is Alabama should not be as high as they are. Even though if we're talking about the best teams, Alabama is one of the top 4. But as far as if we're going to talk about ranking as what does the committee care about, the schedule, who you beat, who you lost to, Alabama will be far down. Look at this. When Penn State lost, Penn State was number 4. They lost to an undefeated Minnesota team and dropped to number 9. Number 9. Minnesota's undefeated now. Alabama lost to LSU. I'm going to throw some of Alabama's wins at you, and let me just ask how you feel about it, okay?
You said Alabama's?
Yeah, Alabama's.
Yeah, okay.
You like Duke? Probably basketball, right?
No.
Probably basketball.
Not for football, yeah.
New Mexico State?
No.
South Carolina, when they're not playing us, of course? When they're not playing Georgia?
No.
Southern Mississippi?
No.
Ole Miss?
No.
This is their best win, Texas A&M, and they were 24 at the time.
Yeah.
Like that?
I mean, it's their best win, but no.
It's Tennessee?
No, absolutely not.
Arkansas?
No.
So who is Alabama? The only good team Alabama's faced was LSU, and they lost. So they shouldn't be there.
Okay, so it's funny. We have everything documented. From anything I've ever said, you can go back and say it and challenge me, and I can do the same with you, and so can our viewers. And
right.
Good sir, you were definitely on the coattails of Alabama, saying they were.
I think they're. No, I think they're still like the 3rd best team in college football.
I agree with that.
but they are a victim of their own schedule. They're the ones that play these cupcake people. So when you play the cupcake people and then you lose, you got to get punished for that. I don't think Georgia should be 4 because of all these one losses. They lost to South Carolina.
But they did drop and they worked their way back. I even give that to Georgia.
I think you still should be punished for that. I think.
Where should Georgia be?
Georgia
right now.
Right now in the ranking system.
Right now.
We're not talking about skill level. No, I think Minnesota should be higher than them. Penn State should be higher than them. That's probably it. So I would drop them to 7 at this point. I'm just dropping them to 7.
That's still fine because like they still they still could make they would still have a chance to make it up to the 4th seed.
Because you can play Auburn, you can play the SEC championship. Yeah, you can still get in. But I'm saying, like, is the committee giving Alabama and Georgia so much love because they're SEC schools and what
that's facts. We don't even have to debate that any further. That's facts. That's been there before with the BCS. That's facts.
Right. Penn State was 4. Yeah. They lost to an undefeated Minnesota team. Yeah. And dropped 5 spots. Yeah. Alabama lost to LSU and dropped 2 spots. They were 3 and now they're 5. Dropped 2 spots when their biggest win is Texas A&M. Other than that.
But Alabama always dominates. They're Alabama for 1. 2, I'm talking about what committee's probably thinking. And then also, would they hurt Tua? You almost won that game. Right. So against the clear-cut number 1 team, why would you drop far when you show that you're
because your schedule
as good as them?
Your schedule's weak. We don't obviously you can't say because SEC ain't the extreme. The thing. Yeah. SEC is only about 2 teams in the SEC, and that's probably LSU and Alabama. Other than that, it ain't as strong as it's been. Georgia is beatable, right? We've seen it. South Carolina, Florida's beatable. Yeah. Auburn, beatable. Yeah. Who else is in that second tier?
For the last 2 years or so, the SEC has fallen, and other kids are going to other schools.
Yeah. Yeah. So if Ohio State beats Minnesota and Penn State,
they play both of them.
Yeah, one is in the championship.
Okay.
They play Penn State this week, and then the other one would be in the Minnesota.
You know what time that game is? Huh? What time is that game? Do you know?
I don't know. Let me look it up.
Okay.
For a second.
Yeah. So, regardless, you know what's funny about this? Alabama fell to number 5, right?
Right. Yes.
They're gonna sneak right back in,
and that is my issue with it. You put them at 5. They don't even have to play the SEC.
No, and they make it. But that happened a few years back.
Yep. Oh, and they play Penn State not next week because they played Rutgers this week. Penn State's the week after that at 12 o'clock.
Okay. Yeah. All right. But you remember that happened before they got beat a few years. What was it? 2012 or so, something like that. They got beat
by LSU.
Yeah.
Didn't play the championship game.
Whoever lost, and then it put them right back into the 4th. It put them back into because it wasn't the BCS yet. I mean, it wasn't the playoffs yet. It put them to the 2nd seed.
Right.
Yeah.
And put them back in there, and that's what I'm saying. Like Alabama should not be that high because of that. Yeah. You should get punished for your schedule. If you lose, you should get punished for your schedule. Like if LSU would have lost, to me, they shouldn't have dropped that far because they still played at the moment. They still play Florida. Yeah. They still play Auburn.
Yeah, I put them at 4. They'd be straight still in the playoffs.
Yeah, they'd be still straight. Alabama, if you look at their schedule, they're playing ITT Tech. There's no way.
They've always been like that. They have always been like that. They've always been. But when it comes time to play, it's the same thing to me with the Patriots. But when both those teams come to play the big times, they usually show up. But this didn't happen. But guess
that's
what?
Fine if you're winning.
Yeah.
If you're winning, that's fine. But when you lose, you're a victim of your own schedule. I still think Alabama's probably the 2nd or 3rd best team.
I say the 3rd, and definitely no Clemson to me is up there because they're a victim of their own schedule this year.
They are, but they're still the defending champions, and you still have to give them at least that respect. They're still defending champions.
Yeah, so but aren't the runner-ups still the runner-ups from the years prior, which usually in Alabama?
Yeah, but Alabama lost. Clemson lost. Well, Clemson got to fall.
Yeah,
Clemson got to fall.
To me, they're gonna make the playoffs, but they're gonna be in for a rude awakening in the playoffs.
Yeah, I agree. It's almost gonna be like, I think, like Notre Dame when they made it.
Oh, so sad.
Or Washington when they made it, where they shouldn't have been. You felt like they shouldn't have been there.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I think the first three teams are set. I think it's LSU,
Ohio State. Yeah,
that's it.
I agree.
We're just picking up the last team, which could be Georgia, Alabama.
Now, again, that's wide open.
Yeah, that's wide open because it could be Penn State. Penn State could beat Ohio State and win the championship. So it could happen.
So who's on the I haven't watched any ACC since the whole ACC network, and nobody has that. Who's on that other side to potentially play Clemson? Who are they playing against?
In a championship?
Yeah.
I don't think it matters.
No, I want to know. It doesn't matter, but I think that all that matters as far as they shouldn't be in there because, again, Minnesota should be higher than Clemson.
I mean, I agree.
They've actually beat somebody that was legit, and they've been undefeated.
I agree, but because Clemson is the reigning champion, you're not going to put somebody higher than Clemson.
Yeah, I guess. I think it's a flawed human error. But you're right, though. You're right.
I think it's going to move to more teams. 4 people is not going to.
I've said that since the jump. It should move. Like the D1AA. Like, not that big where you have 16 teams or so, but it should expand. Yeah,
it should. You should. To me, you should have automatic bigs. The Power 5 conference, whoever's the champion should automatically get in, and then 3 wildcard teams.
I like that. I am for that. Do you think that'll change anytime soon? Because this is fairly new.
Yeah, it's fairly new. I think it has to be somebody has to seriously complain. Like a Oregon.
4 teams
have to complain.
That's not fair. We know it's an SEC team. It's an SEC team. It's a Clemson, or it's a up in the air. The 4 seed.
Yeah.
We were on the verge, man. We were on the verge of having an LSU, Alabama, and a Georgia or Florida in that 3 out of 4. That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, we were.
I don't know. Yeah.
But whoever comes and plays doesn't even matter. It doesn't matter.
So you're saying, okay. So Alabama sneaks back in. Two is a little healthier. Wonder if they do go to the 4 seed, they would play the 1st seed. They play LSU again. Because it would be 1, 4, 2, 3, right?
Right.
Wonder if they beat them.
And they shouldn't. And that's why I say you should be a victim of your schedule. They should be so far down that they're not gonna beat them. And Virginia right now would be the team they play in the championship.
Oh no, they're beatable. Yeah.
So Virginia Cavaliers is who they would play in the championship if it was right now.
Right, but expand on that really, really quick about the Alabama. Say LSU beats Georgia, then Alabama sneaks back in to the 4th spot, and then that's it. And then 1 plays 4. What? That's crazy though. If they do beat LSU that second time.
Yeah, and that would show. First of all, it'd be the second time this has happened, where everybody was hammering that Alabama should not have been in that game, and it's going to be the second time. And the only reason Alabama would be there is because they're Alabama.
Of course.
It would be no
team would sneak in there like that.
Yeah, it would be no other reason for this to happen other than you're Alabama.
Yep.
And not to say Alabama is good. Like I said, if we were just doing just the best teams, they should be number 3.
Yeah, absolutely.
we're doing but the fact is, you got to be punished for your schedule.
Yeah.
You the one that schedules these games.
Yeah.
You the one that did it. So when you lose, you got to be punished.
And they still have to play Auburn.
They still got to play Auburn, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's all mute. If Auburn beats them, this is mute.
Yeah.
I'm to it, man. I'm checking out, man. I'm like the number 1, maybe number 2 pick. I'm cool.
Oh, yeah. You're definitely tops. Yeah.
Yeah. Joe Burrow might be number 1 from
now. Yes. Now he is. It's weird.
But
what's crazy about him, we could have a whole episode on him. He was at Ohio State 4 years or 3 years, whatever. And then now he's already graduated and he's playing as a grad student and he's 22 years old. And it's true. I give it to him. One of the best up and coming stories I've seen.
Yeah, it's a good story.
He was nothing, and now he's just dominant. So
no, he's good. So we can move on to hope another guy that sees if he will be an up and coming story. So this Saturday, I guess it's like a combine. It's a workout. Colin Kaepernick is working out for NFL teams.
Correct.
To see if he makes the roster.
Yeah.
My question to you.
This worries me, but continue.
My question to you is the NFL sincere?
Thank you for asking that. No.
Why is that? I
don't believe it. I think it's just to get the monkey off of your back type of thing. Like let's give him this so the heat's not on us anymore. However you want to, layer this. I think it's just like, I don't think it's if it is, awesome. But in part, I don't really believe it's legit. Because they're still in the season. You're holding this on a Saturday. They don't execute business on a Saturday.
That game's the next day.
No, all jokes aside, they do not execute any business on a Saturday unless they're like, oh, so-and-so got hurt Friday walkthrough. We got to Saturday, and then he's going to play on Sunday. No, because your best guys aren't going to be there Saturday scouting, Daryl.
No, I agree. And if they are there Saturday scouting, they're scouting college football teams. They're not going to be scouting.
It's real. It's being completely honest. He can't mess up at all. He literally has to go perfect with throws, everything, accuracy, everything. One slither of flaws, he's done. It's over. He'll never get a shot again, ever.
My opinion is this is a complete and utter joke.
It is.
NFL has completely botched this situation.
Yes.
The one point that you didn't make, because you made a lot of great points, is also this is November.
Yeah.
Like, the season's all halfway done.
Yeah.
And you're just now doing this. If this was sincere, this would have been, like you said, this would have been the beginning of the year, and giving teams time to come out and actually see them. I've heard there are some teams interested.
I'm sure there needs to be. How many quarterbacks are hurt?
Ryan Hoyer threw 3 interceptions, man.
Yeah.
3 interceptions as the third string for the Colts. And did you see the Cincinnati? I think Finley, his name.
Yep.
His play. He should be in the league. And if we even go to starters,
we have a lot of people. Yeah.
It's magic. Mitchell Trubisky, has he been playing good?
No, not since the first game.
Sam Darnold, he's had some games where he was downright terrible. So to say Kaepernick does not have the skills is a lie. It's a lie. We kind of know what this is about. But the NFL has completely botched the situation. And also they brought up a topic that nobody was talking about anymore.
Which was?
The Kaepernick thing. Nobody was talking about this.
Yeah.
This is the week Lamar Jackson is facing Deshaun Watson. And we're here talking about Kaepernick.
Yeah.
And Kaepernick is in a lose-lose situation. He can go there. He can do great. He can do bad. But then NFLs get to decide if he's good enough or not. Or he could say, F it, I know this is a ruse and I don't want to be a part of it. I'm not doing it. And you know what they'll say? He doesn't care about football. So Kaepernick is in the loop, and I completely agree with you. He has to be perfect.
He has to be perfect, no flaws.
He has to be perfect. Mm-hmm. And this is the other joke. And people who understand, I'm not going to get into the minutia of what Kaepernick was doing and what he stands for, because if you don't know by now, that's because you don't want to know.
Correct. That's true.
But the fact is,
you know, it's funny. People still don't understand, like,
because they don't care.
Yeah, you're right.
They do understand. They don't care.
Mm-hmm.
They don't care, and that's the biggest thing. We could talk about racial issues and all that. You just don't care about racial issues, basically. Mm-hmm. So this dude has to be downright perfect.
Yeah.
And all we're asking for Kaepernick is to him get a shot. If he goes into a game and throws 3 interceptions like Hoyer, and you cut him after that, we're fine.
Yeah,
we're fine. That was probably the best thing the NFL could have did. NFL should have put him in a game, watch him, pray for him to stink it up, and cut him.
I agree.
That he wasn't good enough. Now he was blackballed.
Yeah.
This is the other joke. NFL is a joke. The only thing I'm more embarrassed about is here in Atlanta. This is a joke.
What do you think that means? Why here? Where? Where is it going to be?
I don't know, because it's not at Mercedes-Benz. I guess it can't be. I don't know where the workout is.
It's probably at a high school, man. It's probably at some joke place, like.
And the NFL won't even give his representative a list of who's attending, who's interested. Why? Why wouldn't you give him a list?
You're right. He has to take it though. He has to take the shot. You're right. Like, you have to show up and be ready. Again, he said, I've been training every day for 3 years at 5 a.m.
Yep, this is your shot. And those people and those higher ups said, okay, we'll just throw you this, and hopefully you'll go away after this.
But again, man, how you said it should have been earlier on in the season when people got hurt, like Big Ben getting hurt, whatever, or
Andrew Luck retired.
Yes, but that too. That's what I was thinking. That's your perfect spot to slide him in there.
Look at the Redskins.
Trash.
Every quarterback they threw out there was trash.
Yes. Okay.
Sam Darnold had the kissing disease.
Yes, which is just crazy.
But
you actually, you ignore that. You're like, all right, whatever. But again, going back to the Saturday thing.
Yep.
Saturday in mid-November. That doesn't seem that's like, all right, Daryl. We're a big major corporation, and we would love for you to come in on Saturday to interview. You're like, but the job's Monday through Friday.
Why would I come in on Saturday?
Why would I? No. So the backup, the third string associate manager is going to be there. The night manager is going to be there, and he's
gonna come in. He's gonna come in flip flops,
and be like, "All right, how you doing, buddy? Sorry, I need to hurry up and get out of here. The Penn State game's coming on."
Yeah, he don't even want to be there.
No, he doesn't.
What?
No.
I was watching.
At least the tryout would be on a Monday or Tuesday.
Yeah, at least after the games have been played. Their off day is on Monday, so
correct. So Tuesday, they slide in there. No Monday Night Football, nothing. Right. Tuesday's all business. We're trying out Kaepernick on Tuesday morning.
Yeah.
Bro, Saturday.
This is a joke, but Kaepernick got to do it because those people who are not on his side are gonna say, "See, he don't care about football."
Yeah.
Give him a chance. He don't care. And I don't know, man. I get annoyed talking about this topic because
are cameras allowed?
Huh?
Are cameras allowed? Do you know?
I think, somebody's filming because they were talking about giving the footage to all the 32 teams.
Because they better have some type of something on NFL Network or ESPN Sports Center better show me something. I have to see this.
Yeah, they better release the footage. Even if they don't do it, his camp better release the footage.
You have to. Because they need to also, because you're right, wonder if he is flawless. And they still say no. And then the public sees the footage and you're like, dang, he can sling it still.
He can still sling it.
And,
but they don't they want it would behoove them for him to do terrible.
Yeah.
That's what they want.
I wonder if he is that good still. Wonder if he's better than what he was.
I mean, he hasn't played in 2 years. So he should. His body should be fresh. He's 32. His body should be fresh.
Oh, that's still young. Yeah. But again, man, football ready and fit ready aren't the same thing.
Hey man, Brian Hoyer was out there, so Ryan Fitzmagic has been out there.
But what I'm saying is he's taking hits.
He's playing every team. He's still out there. He's still out there.
But I'm saying he's taking hits. Kaepernick hasn't taken a hit.
Bro, Nate Peterson was on 3 teams, man. He's threw way more interceptions than he's thrown touchdowns.
Yeah,
Nate Peterson was on like let's go to all the backups.
Yeah,
the only one who probably has a really good backup.
Minshew is the best backup.
And I was like, Teddy.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's it. And if you want to call Jacoby Brissett a backup at the start, but he's a starter now.
Yeah. So. Yeah, he was though. Yeah.
But other than that, what?
Right.
Like you like Matt Schaub?
Or I would say RG3 is a good backup. I think they understand what that means.
Yeah,
because he was that guy before.
Yeah, I if I'm a Baltimore fan, which I am, I'm an adopted Baltimore fan.
Yeah.
I do not want to see Lamar.
You don't want to see
RG3 in that game.
Yeah,
I don't want to see him there.
Yeah, I get it. But hey, I mean, he has to do it. I can't wait to see it. I know they'll show it Saturday, at least Saturday night on SportsCenter of something. We'll see it Saturday.
If they don't show it, you know what this narrative is headed.
Yes. So it's mixed. For us, Third String Podcast, I don't want them to show it so we can start some stuff. But then I want them to show it for justice. So
yeah, they need to show it, but I think they're praying that he does better. Yeah, I think the NFL wants him to do bad, so they can just sweep this under the rug. But let's talk about somebody else who's also meeting with the NFL this weekend. I think he's meeting with the NFL this weekend. I think Antonio Brown.
Actually, today.
Oh, it's today. He met today. Okay.
Yeah.
He's gonna plead his case. He's gonna scream his innocence. Should he still? I guess that's not a good answer. Do you think that would help?
He is literally on all last resorts, meaning he has to pull out all cards, all tricks, everything. So it doesn't look good. We know it doesn't look good for him. Nothing looks good for him anymore. But if you can exhaust all options, please do so. That's it. He's down and out. He has a micro speck of a chance to come back because he would have had more of a chance, but his issue was taking to Twitter and blasting everybody. You talk too much. That was your issue. Oh, forget the NFL. Forget this. Forget that. That's your own doing. You were in the moment and you were talking too much.
No, yeah. I completely agree. You can talk about the sexual assault and all that and do your innocent. But what's that got to do with you called out Robert Kraft?
Yep.
What's that?
All the NFL teams.
Yeah, like the memes talking about I don't need the NFL.
Correct.
Didn't he talk about how they're trying to get over on black people?
Yeah, that's what he said. They're shady. They're trying to get over on us. I would never play for them ever again. Well, you're probably not going to.
Like, that's why I'm saying like the only thing that helps him is he's extremely talented.
That's the only thing because coming into the playoffs, he can help.
Yeah, he can help. He won't play this year.
No, I guarantee. You're right. You're right.
But he has to answer. He didn't show, like with the Raiders.
Yeah.
He did not show up for a walkthrough.
Yeah.
All he had to do was show up for a walkthrough. Didn't do it. Yeah. He called Mike Mayock a cracker as he kicked the ball and said, "Find me for this."
Yeah.
He said, "I want to be fine. Cut me now."
Correct.
And they did it. And he's on the phone with his grandmother, running in the yard, saying they released.
Yeah.
He signs with the Patriots. Talk about Patriots way as he holds a cartoon of him counting money.
And living in Tom Brady's house.
Living in Tom Brady's house and threatened another young lady and her kids.
Correct.
Also, you're being sued by an apartment complex where you threw furniture out the window and almost hit a little kid.
Yes.
How are you going to explain that? Like,
Mental issues. I am too famous that this life is hard on me, and it is hard to be rich and famous. I plead the fifth.
Hard to be rich and famous.
I plead the fifth.
Man, 2020 might be the year that we blame everything on mental health. Like we
already started.
Yeah, we care about it so much that people are going to start using it as a crutch. And I agree. His antics show that there might be some mental health issues.
Oh, absolutely.
But putting him back on the field, I don't know if that helps.
The only way, just to wrap up on what you were saying, is because of his talent is second to none. Right. If he was just good and not great, he's not getting a chance.
Look at Josh Gordon. Josh Gordon at one point in Cleveland was going to be the highest paid receiver.
Correct.
He had problems.
Yeah.
Especially with weed.
Yep.
And he kept getting cut. Patriots just cut him.
Yeah. And now he's on the Seahawks.
Yeah. See, at some point they don't care about your talent, man. At some point they're gonna get tired of you.
Yeah. He's at home right now.
And that's why
they don't really use him, but yeah.
But that's why I always said it was like Bill Belichick can manage personalities, and my answer was, but he ain't managed this.
Yeah, he ain't this dude.
Yeah, this dude.
Yeah, you nailed that though from the jump.
I never thought it was gonna work.
Yeah.
But let's talk about people actually doing it. We have the huge matchup. I alluded to it.
Yep.
Deshaun Watson, Lamar Jackson.
Can't wait.
What do you think about it? What do you think is gonna happen?
Bro, just how good was that Monday night game?
Oh, that Monday night game was great until Jimmy Garoppolo, let me tell you, in overtime looked scared.
He did. He wasn't ready for that.
But let's talk about the Monday night game because it was some good football.
Yeah, that last possession though of the overtime.
Yeah.
Was it not a 3-and-out? Like it was over.
Yeah, but when Russell Wilson threw that interception, I thought it was over with. But to have this kicker come out the street and match this kick.
This man just got signed and he was playing in an orchestra.
Yeah.
He wasn't even kicking. He was doing music in an orchestra.
Think of how great of a story would have been if he would have made that kick.
If he would have made that kick.
Would have been a great story.
It was so funny. Jocelyn, my wife, was like, how did his leg just turn into a noodle? And I busted out laughing because that kick was so botched.
Yeah.
It was terrible.
It was too big for him.
Yeah. But I understand that. You think about how calming an orchestra is.
Yeah.
Everybody has their role. You play your part. That's it. You're not the soloist. You play your part.
Right.
And you jump into rude, unruly, drunk fans. And then the kick's on you. I'm like,
game on. You know,
right.
So like millions of people was watching you
at home and in person. Yeah.
So that was a great game. So you think the Baltimore Texan game will be like that?
Yes. But it will happen more so early on from the gym. It's not going to really wait till later. It's going to happen early on where it's just going to be back to back to back to back. It's going to be ready. But I see Baltimore pulling it out for sure.
I see I'm guess I'm going against my team. I see another way. I see the Texans pulling out because I think Deshaun Watson's going to outduel Lamar Jackson.
And they just got Hargraves.
Yeah.
The Texans. They just signed him today.
Yeah. So one thing Lamar Jackson hasn't shown that he can do is survive a shootout. Now he can with his legs, yes, but somebody who can kind of sling it with him or
the
better.
Beauty of this year, he's showing you so many different things about him. Like this offense is very fit for him and it's working and he's on an MVP caliber season. Yeah.
But also,
right now that the forefront runner is Russell. Absolutely to me.
But when they went against Kansas City, your team, your adopted team.
Correct. I'm mad they lost last week, man. That hurt.
Yeah, that was great, but that wasn't Mahomes' fault.
Yeah.
But once they went against somebody who can sling the football, they couldn't hang. Yes. So that's what my fear. Deshaun Watson's another one who, and not only can he sling it, he can run. He can't run like Lamar Jackson, but he's up there.
He's up there. and that's a skill set in its own right. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think the Texans will win. I think this will be a Madden football game.
Yep, I agree. That's what I was trying to say.
Football, don't pick any of these defenses. Don't.
It's going to be a high-scoring game.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a shoot.
Yeah. Even though I didn't even know the Ravens' defense like that, but I like their defense. Like the names on there, they have a good team.
Marcus Peters had I think 3 pick sixes in 4 games, like something like that, something crazy like that.
You still have Earl Thomas.
Yeah.
Like I forgot about him that he went there, and it worked out.
Yeah, they have a really, really good team. I just don't.
RG3 as your backup, man. You can't lose.
Can't lose with RG3 as your backup. Yeah. But I just think it's going to be a shootout. You got the Ravens. I have the Texans because I just don't think the Ravens can keep up with I don't think Lamar Jackson can keep up with Deshaun Watson throwing the football.
No.
And that's why I think the Texans will beat them.
All right, well, we'll see. But my reason for choosing Baltimore, because I'm seeing something very special in Lamar this year.
Yeah,
and I haven't seen this, and it's impressive. So if he can continue this, including this, then by all means, it's going to be amazing. And if the shootout's there, we want the shootout. We'll win. We'll be winning if we get as fans that shootout. So whoever wins is the victor. Cool.
I think just like the Chiefs losing, it's not going to be on the quarterback. It's just going to be maybe
somebody's going to make a mistake. There's going to be a pick.
Yeah, they're just learning.
Yeah,
and just learning to still figure out this quarterback thing. And Deshaun Watson he's up there. He's the only 3 people for MVP: Lamar Jackson, Deshaun Watson, Russell Wilson, and I put Christian McCaffrey up there. But usually.
Yeah, I agree with that, but I don't think he'll win.
Yeah, I don't think he'll win either. I just throw him in there, but those 3
he should be. Yeah. I agree with that. 100%. 100%.
Cool.
Yeah. I think we're ready for that. What time is that? Is that a late? Is that prime time?
I'll look it up. I need to know.
You better know. I hope it's 8:00. I hope it's 8:00.
You hope it's the night game?
Yeah.
That's so great if it was the night game.
Please don't have that 1:00.
Okay, hold on. I'm waiting for it to load up.
Drum roll, please.
Oh, please don't be.
I do have a this thing right here. It makes different sounds. Yeah.
It's 1:00. $1:00.
I like how you waited for it to end. 1:00. Well, that's all right. 1:00 games are always fun, so that's
all right. Speaking of a team that had another big week.
Yep.
Our Atlanta Falcons. They did it. They won the Super Bowl because we beat our rivals. To
me, that's all that matters. Just beat them one more time. That's it. Go 3 and whatever. I don't care. Just beat.
What did you think about the game?
Amazing. To the plain fact, we blew them out. That's actually considered a blowout.
Yeah.
It is, yeah. And in their house and against your rival.
Can't beat that.
Can't beat that. Shout out to them. They looked good. They look like they look like that 1 in 5 out of 5 teams that were supposed to make the Super Bowl this year. We look like that. We look good. Why? Watch us go undefeated for the rest of the season and it not matter. I don't rule it past us. Oh, now we got it together, boys.
Yeah. Historically, we've done pretty well against Carolina. That's who we play next.
Yeah.
This game, I thought the whole time I watched it, the wheels were going to fall out at some point. Like at halftime, we were up, and it just didn't feel like the Saints. So I'm like,
no, not at all. It's almost like they felt bad for us and they let it go. Like, oh, boys, take a week off.
I thought it was going to be like Alabama LSU, where Alabama was blown out in the first half, and the second half it was just like LSU just did just enough to save them all.
Yeah,
I thought it was going to be that way, but we weren't going to have enough to. But our defense, we sacked them 6 times.
About time.
6 times.
Did Vic have a sack?
Yes. Yeah. 1.5 sacks.
But when it matters, that's why he's gonna keep that contract.
Grady Jarrett.
Yeah.
A hell of a game.
Yeah.
If I have to put any critique,
great season.
Oh yeah, he's the best. He's the best rated defensive player on our team.
Yep.
If I had to do 2 critiques. If I have to do any critiques, first of all, one, we're still not generating turnovers.
No,
we're not doing any turnovers.
No.
And the second one is Matt Ryan threw this bonehead pick.
He always does.
Just throw it up there. If you can catch it, cool. If you can't,
yeah. Hey, don't feel bad if you can't, but just try your best. If you can't, cool. All right,
cool.
We're good.
But he threw that interception, and it's just like, I don't know what's up with him in interceptions. But if I have to critique anything, it's those things. Devontae Freeman went down, which I said, why didn't you trade him?
Yeah.
Why didn't you trade him?
Yep.
Brian Hill played pretty well.
Yeah.
Detroit wanted him. I don't care if Detroit was asking for a 7th round pick. I would have did it.
I agree, because you can find that diamond in the rough.
Yes, and I want off under that contract. I would have did it.
Yeah.
So, we'll see. And we historically have done great against Carolina.
Yeah.
Historically. So, I don't. If you want to do your prediction, I think we win. I honestly think we win
against Carolina.
Yep,
I think we're gonna win.
Only thing that makes me nervous. One thing that makes me nervous.
Christian McCaffrey can't stop it. Yeah.
You ready for it? Mm-hmm. We not do well against rookie quarterbacks. That's what makes me nervous.
That's true. But I don't know why, but I think this one's a little different because of its Carolina. That's all.
I hope so. We don't do well against rookie quarterbacks. But my question to you, you're saying go undefeated for the rest of the season. If they do,
yeah,
it would be 9-7.
Nah, still not. You made me quit and give up on them last podcast. I had so much hope. I was like, the new season starts now with the Saints, and I was right. We won. Okay, we blew them out, so it makes us look good. You made me give up. I don't care. Thanks, Daryl.
So you're saying if the Falcons, let's say, finish the season 9-7, they go undefeated.
Correct.
That means they beat New Orleans twice.
And Carolina.
Twice. They beat Tampa twice. That means they beat Jacksonville and they beat San Francisco.
Correct.
You're still firing Dan Quinn.
Yes.
I think there's no way you can fire him. There is no way. You might not like that answer. There is no way you can fire him.
You're actually right.
There is no way.
That's idiotic. I'm sorry. We both like him as he's a good guy.
As a person, yes. Do I want him as my coach? No. I want a shot offensive coordinator.
I think that's foolish. What, like Mike Singletary went 10-6, got fired?
Yeah. Right. Mike Singletary was a great coach.
The only reason they didn't make the playoffs is because other teams were better in that division. But before that, if this were at that time, if it was a year prior, they would have made the playoffs because usually 10-6 got you in the playoffs.
Got you in.
He got fired, but that to me that's a little political there. But Dan Quinn, you're making a mistake. Let me lower my tone. You're making a mistake if you keep him. You are practicing the same stuff and expecting a different result. What is that definition for? Insanity.
Yep. Yeah.
We're insane if we do that, and not in a cool way that the kids say it.
Cool.
No, you are by definition insane. No.
We're saying a big if because our schedule is still very difficult.
Oh, real quick. Keep Quinn, fire our GM. That has to happen.
I actually was agreeing with you. I was actually going to say that.
That has to happen.
It has to be somebody who's going to say no to Dan Quinn. Somebody has to come in that's going to say no. But if he goes undefeated, to me, you have to keep him because, you have to. Because think of it. If we win seven straight games, well, that'd be 8 straight games.
Yeah. And the sad thing is, just off of like what we have, we're more than capable of doing it.
Yeah,
we shouldn't have had the losses we have now. We're more than capable.
Right. Yeah. And then you might fire him and say, why didn't you do this at the beginning?
Yeah.
But if the defense plays the way it is, you have to. First of all, the roster's still getting turned over. He's still going. My list of the Falcons that need to be gone still need to be gone.
That's what I said. This doesn't change anything.
Devontae Freeman still needs to be gone. Ricardo Allen still needs to be gone.
Yeah.
Like that. The Desmond Trufant needs to be gone. Like these people still need to be gone.
Yeah.
But
that's why I said we could have picked Vernon Hargraves.
Mm-hmm.
He was just free. And we just let that go. But whatever.
Yeah. But if they we'll see. We'll see if we get against Carolina. If we lose against Carolina, all bets are off. But if we beat Carolina, hey, I'm sorry. I have to break news that I just got from ESPN.
What's up?
Are you ready? You ready to hear this?
Yeah.
You want to do the drum roll?
Yep. Hold on. Here it is.
I just looked at my phone. Okay. The Trailblazers are signing Carmelo Anthony.
Woo! Let's go. I said he needs a team. He deserves a chance. Let's go, boys. I said that.
I'm super excited for him. That's a good team for him to.
That's a great fit.
Real quick, where we break off, that's a really good team for them. I think they need somebody at that position. Rodney Hood is highly inconsistent.
He's always been. His only good time to me was in college. But go ahead.
Highly inconsistent. I think that's great for both teams. I think we were looking more Golden State, but this one is. I think is a great. Good for him.
He's in a good situation for him, and they're in a good situation because they're a playoff-bound team.
Yeah, and they don't need him. They don't need him to score.
No.
They have people, C.J. McCollum, Damian Lillard. They don't need him. Like, he could come off the bench. You still start Rodney Hood, have him come off the bench. I think that's great for them.
Yeah.
That was great news.
My heart was beating. I'm like, what's he going to say? What's he going to say? Tebow's back in the NFL? Oh, no. Okay, well, I'm still hyped. No, that's awesome. That's awesome.
Hello. Good, great.
Because you know how I felt. You guys can go back and watch and listen to previous episodes. I didn't feel he should have gone out like that. He has a lot to offer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, that was great news.
That's great news. Did I get the alert?
You should have got the alert. It just came on my phone. I'm always just looking back at my phone.
Yeah.
News that pops up because I got the ESPN. I'm on the football side of it. So no, you should have saw it come up.
Oh, just now. I mean, yeah, at 9:00, it popped up. So 1 minute ago.
Yeah, I was hoping I was gonna tell you the news before you saw it.
Yeah, you did. You did. I have my phone on silent because we're recording. But yeah, wow.
So, do you want to move into basketball?
Yeah, that's a perfect segue. Wow.
I want to talk about the Hawks, man. Trae Young, boy, he scored 42 points against the number one team in the West. We beat them by 4. Really, we should have beat them by 6, but he just threw a jump shot at the end of the game. Jamal Murray.
Yeah.
By 4. What do you think about the Hawks? This is all with John Collins. It's not there. Kevin Huerter got hurt in the third quarter.
Yeah, that's true.
Your boy Evan Turner's not playing.
No. Have you seen how he's dressed up on the sideline, by the way?
Yeah. Yes. Yep. Yeah. Cam Reddish is still not being aggressive.
Not at all.
DeAndre Hunter, he's like a 10
He's
point.
been inconsistent.
Yeah, he's like 10, hovers around 10 points.
Yeah.
Like, I almost feel, and I'll let you talk about the Hawks, I almost feel a little bad for Trae Young. First of all, he should be an all-star. He should be an all-star. Even
though they're like 8 games in. But
yeah, if he keeps continuing, he should be an all-star. Yeah. But I'm like, man, sometimes it almost looks, other than Jabari Parker, it feels like he's doing it by himself. And
Jabari Parker's really balling.
He's balling.
But he looks so out of shape, or he has like farmer's tan on his his arms. That's true, but I don't know if he's out of shape or what, but
His
he's
just built like that.
Or that. But you remember he used to jump.
Yeah.
But like multiple ACL tears, yeah. But
I'll ground you.
Yeah, that'll ground you for sure. Clipped his wings. But he's balling though. They're a great duo. They're probably one of the best duos in the league right now.
Yeah, they're doing very well.
You would never expect that.
Yeah, Jabari Parker is averaging, I think, 20 points, 17 to 20 points.
Crazy.
But Trae Young is number 7 in the league in scoring.
Yes.
Number 4 in the league in assists.
Yes.
I mean,
and it's silent though. Nobody's talking about this.
And he should be an all-star. This is. I mean, if you watch the games,
yeah,
he's dominant, man.
Against any team, he runs it. It's almost like he just needed 1 year to get used to how it works, and now he's back in college. Dominant.
Yeah. One thing, Herder, I don't know what's going on with Herder. They might have to just sit him for a long while to get healed up.
Yes, I agree.
They did. Coach Pierce did a great job of benching Alex Len for Damian Jones, who's or more of a shot blocker, athletic big. Can't shoot that well, but he's more athletic.
Yeah.
So I like that Bembry he's like Ben Simmons. I know he's not Ben Simmons, but he's that realm where he does everything good.
Yes.
That's really great.
Nothing great, yeah.
But my critique, man, is Cam Reddish got to be more aggressive, man. And I don't know what, like, I'm afraid he's going to turn into Rodney Hood because he's not aggressive.
They both went to Duke. Maybe. Hood to me is pretty aggressive at times per season.
Right.
And he's very inconsistent. When he can shoot, he can flat out shoot.
Yeah.
But when he can't, he can't. Cam can flat out shoot.
When he can't.
But when he can't, he can't.
And then he doesn't even try sometimes.
He doesn't try, but Hood, to me, tries more than this man.
Oh, yeah, he definitely tries more than him. I'm hoping it's more of an Andrew Wiggins situation where Andrew Wiggins has all this talent.
Yeah.
And then in this year, Andrew Wiggins is doing really well.
I agree. But it's taking a while.
Yes, it's taking a while, and I don't want it to be that. But
and there's no way we're holding on to him to take that long.
Yeah, no. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. I don't want him to take that long. I just want him to be more aggressive. And I felt going to the bench would make him more aggressive. But now with Herder hurt, he goes back to the starting lineup. So I
just want them to pressure him like, sir, you are this, you are great, you are also a high draft pick, and you need to play your part.
Yeah.
You need to be dominating because Herder's out and Collins is out. Yeah. Trey can't do it by himself. You guys are supposed to be that backcourt duo.
Yeah, I agree. And then when you see like Tyler Hero doing good, John Morant, RJ Barrett.
Yeah.
Like, no shade off Cam Reddish. We both really wanted him.
Yes.
What if we would have had RJ Barrett?
We want to be you want to be able to stop us.
Yeah, RJ Barrett who don't care.
It's like we both wanted him. It was either or. We couldn't have gone wrong with either or. But it was something about Cam that fit our system.
Yeah, we thought. Yeah, I agree. He was a better shooter, and he could handle the ball, so he can take the ball.
All he needs to do is be the third best player. That is his.
That's
his all-star type of attribute. Is be the third best player and give me numbers.
Yeah, and I think we talk about Cam Reddish so much because we pulled for him to be on this team. So. Yeah. Every time I watch for Trae Young, and then I watch for Cam Reddish. Those are the only two people I watch for, and because we pulled for him so much.
Not getting anything from Cam.
I think we had only like 2 games of double figures.
Yeah.
I just want him to be more aggressive. I don't even mind if he's averaging like 8 points.
Yeah.
If he's shooting the ball. He's not even shooting the ball. So.
Yeah, you're right.
They play tonight. We'll see.
Yeah. Who do they have?
They got Phoenix, who is 6-4, who's doing really well.
How are they so? I mean, I guess it was about time they were going to be good.
You want to know why they're good? Because they filled the one position they were missing for like 3 years. And that's
you do one thing, it can change the outcome. That's true.
Yeah. They've been saying for years they needed a point guard. They kept missing out on that position. Now they finally filled it. You see how well they're doing.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
And this is with DeAndre Ayton suspended. Then they're 6-4, and they hung with the Lakers a couple nights ago pretty well, even though they eventually lost. They hung with them for a while. So that's gonna wrap it up. We're gonna have pop
topics. Hold on. I get some type of sound for that. I don't know. Well, hold on. Money.
Okay, we'll take it.
Oh. Okay.
Go first to me.
Okay. Go first.
All right. James Wiseman, the number one of the number one recruits, has been deemed ineligible because he took money from Penny Hardaway to move his team to Memphis. How do you feel about that?
Is Penny Hardaway in trouble?
No.
That's not fair.
That's
not fair.
Yeah.
I know you're the coach. That's not fair.
He wasn't the coach at the time, though.
It's not fair. But I guess you can. I don't know.
Can't accept money.
Yeah. How do I feel about that?
Yeah.
Can't accept money yet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So there's nothing. There's nothing you can't go around it. So there's nothing you could do.
NCAA's trash and they're hypocrites. James Wiseman, yes, I think his mom took the money for them to move, but because and it also said his high school championship might be vacated. I don't know how that could happen. And maybe he was in high school when this happened.
That reminds me, that's the same thing that happened with Derrick Rose.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he was people were taking tests for him, and it got out. Yeah.
But James Wiseman is probably, other than like Cole Anthony and Anthony Edwards, probably a third player in college.
Yeah.
One of the top 3 in college.
Mm-hmm.
And you're going to lose him? I mean, his first game, he had 28 points. Second game, he had 17. His third game, I think he had a double-double as well.
Mm-hmm.
He probably the best center. He is the best center in this draft class that's going to come out.
Yeah.
It ain't going to hurt the draft stock. It ain't going to hurt it.
No, he'll be fine.
You're going to miss out on money because Memphis was a ranked team. They won't be without James Wiseman.
Yeah.
And I think you're going to miss out on money. I would have just suspended him, get a little slap on the wrist. But, NCAA is hypocrites, and they –
Absolutely. I agree.
The season went trash for me a little bit. Just a little bit. Season went trash for me because of that.
No, all day. I haven't even really watched yet. I haven't watched.
So. I watched Georgia because I want to see Anthony Edwards.
Yeah, and I've watched my Gators, and they were kind of struggling tonight at the time of recording. Yeah, not looking good, but hey, it happens.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. For me, Kentucky.
Okay.
Losing against Evans College, Evans University, Evans whatever.
I think Evansville or something.
I don't even know where that is, what it is, that they existed. Is what is the future with that team, and should they be any type of ranked?
They're 2-1,
but losing like that. Okay, and the Gators won by 6 against Towson. That's crazy.
I think that University of Evansville was such a bad loss. Should they be ranked
early on in the season?
Yeah,
don't do
it's
that.
Still early on. They did beat Michigan State. So
which Michigan State's number 3.
Yeah, that should save them. So yes, they should be ranked. But then these are kids, man.
It don't matter. The college football players are still kids.
I guess you're right.
They aren't younger kids than those kids.
The stakes are higher in football. I still stakes ain't that high. They could go on, like, you can lose like 7 games. They're still good. You're still going to be in the bracket.
That should penalize them for a -7. This should count as 7 losses. Seriously, you don't lose against no team that nobody's heard of.
I was like, who? You said
I don't know. I can look it up on a map and still be like, who? I don't know what they are, who, but I know they were hyped. I know they were hyped when they beat them.
Century for them. The game, like their biggest game ever.
So imagine this. That's Kentucky for 1. 2, how many kids are probably going to want to go to that school now and play for that coach?
Let's be Kentucky. Yeah, you're right. The recruits that they probably got just beating them. Yeah. And he's probably going to move to another school.
Yeah, that's what sucks is like, don't beat anybody because you're going to lose your good coach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My next topic, I guess I'm going on the ineligible bandwagon.
Mm-hmm.
Chase Young borrowed some money from a friend that was an agent.
Yep.
He paid the money back.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he paid it back. So we're saying the money had to been like maybe $200. Couldn't be that much for a college student to pay it back.
Right.
Couldn't be much. So he's getting suspended for this game, and he's suspended the next game.
Correct. But when it matters, though.
So,
I said it all matters right now. Yeah.
Huh?
I said it all matters right now, so it's bad timing.
Yeah, it's bad timing because you play Penn State in 2 weeks. But should he have been suspended for the rest of the year?
Based off of rules, I don't know if that was me or you, but based off of rules, yeah. But I'm glad he wasn't.
Yeah, I think NCAA is trash and they're hypocrites, just like I'm going to say to James Wiseman. Right. And I'm glad he only is going to be suspended for 2 games because I wanted him in the playoff. Hopefully Ohio State is good enough to beat Penn State without him.
I think they can.
He's a guy that I want the Falcons to draft, but if the Falcons win like we think they are going to win, he won't be there.
I don't think they're going to win it.
I just think they're going to win enough where they won't be at that top.
Yeah.
You got to be like the top 3 to get Chase Young, and we're not going to be there.
Right. Okay. Well, we'll see, and I'm glad he's not suspended for the rest of the season because also shout out to him for paying his money back.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's an amazing thing. And shout out to him for doing it. Yeah.
I think that's what they're paying his money back. And it couldn't have been that much because he paid it back.
Now, if that is the case, now how many people are going to be doing that? Let me pay this brother back so I can only take 2 games off, but I need some money right now. So,
or just say I paid it back.
Yeah. That's true. There's no way for you to know. You're right. Yeah. You can wire it through this and then wire it back.
Yeah.
That's true. Okay. My last one.
Okay.
Doc Rivers, Austin Rivers. Did you hear about that?
No, what happened?
So Doc Rivers gets emotional in the games, gets hyped and all that stuff. So they played against the Rockets, which is Austin Rivers.
Right.
Obviously father, son, whatever, which is pretty cool, pretty moving. He was petitioning in that game. Austin Rivers was petitioning and yelling and calling for Doc Rivers to get teed up because he did. Yeah, for him to get a technical. There was this whole drama about it. A post conference thing about it, and then also he just shot his dad a tweet at the end of the game publicly. Shot it over a tweet and was like, "Good game, pops, love you." And then Doc Rivers responded back and was like, "Yeah, good game, whatever." And he's like, "Love you too, son, whatever." So, but what I've heard though, even when they played and coached together, whatever, on the Clippers, they didn't really get along. That's actually from growing up. They didn't really get along because of the relationship they have as far as serious great coach, young up and coming good player. They didn't really get along though, and they didn't really talk, even especially living back together, not in the same house but in the same city, because they're from Winter Park, which is in Orlando. Right. Then them playing in LA, or Doc Rivers coaching, Austin Rivers playing in LA, they didn't even visit each other like that, living right near each other as far as in the same city. So what is your take on that as far as more so of Austin Rivers trying to get his dad a technical, even though it's a professional sport and he's trying to win the game. Forget that's my dad. That's the other coach. That's what I'm looking at. But again, at the end of the day, that's your dad.
Yeah, I think that's funny.
Funny.
I think it was like, I don't think it was ill-mannered, especially if you said they did the tweets afterwards. Yeah. Was it ill-mannered? I think it was more of a joke for him. I just read the article a little bit while you were teeing it up.
Yeah.
And I think it was more funny, and he was kind of having fun, and he was delighted. I think he's doing the T sign to his dad as he's making for him to call the technical on him.
Listen to him. He got the technical and then gets fined they get fined $250 per take. Oh, are you gonna it was a joke? Are you gonna, cash app your dad $250?
No.
Dad, you got a technical that you're gonna be fined for. I'll pay you back though. All right.
On another note, James Harden's leading the league in scoring. I do not like the Rockets. I don't like Russell Westbrook.
This whole team is not fun to me.
Yeah, they're not a match for each other. I don't think this will last. They won last night, but so I don't like them. I don't like them.
I don't like them either. I am not interested in that team.
So I think at the end of the year, Doc Rivers will have the leg up over his son anyway. So it does this game.
Oh, that's true. That's facts. Absolutely.
Yeah, Paul George hasn't even came back. So
he's back today.
Yeah, today he's back. But at that game, he wasn't back. So next time you see him, you'll see him fully 100%.
I can't wait. And Kawhi's also not been playing. And they got fined, if I'm not mistaken, because they've been resting Kawhi.
He don't backs.
Right. And then they said, why are you resting him? The league fined him, and I asked the question too.
He said, fine.
Yeah. They said because of workload management, he's taking on too much. I'm like, yeah, he's doing everything right now. But shout out to him for being such an all-star like he is.
So my topic, the Braves signed probably the biggest closer in free agency, Will Smith.
Yep.
For 3 years.
I'm happy about it.
At the beginning of the season, we had the worst bullpen. Now we have one of the best bullpens.
Yeah, you saw what you could do. You fix your mistakes. You try again next year.
I thought about you when I heard this news because you said you were getting mad that, like the Hawks, you were like, if you have a mistake, fix it now, don't wait. Mm-hmm. And I felt that's what the Braves did. They fixed it now. I'm always shocked when Braves sign, like, name people.
Yeah.
They don't do it. So I thought this was huge. Now we need Josh Donaldson if we can get him back.
Yeah.
I think we could run it. I think we could be a World Series team.
We already are.
And I think we fixed our weakest part was the bullpen.
That was our only weakness.
Yep. Will Smith has fixed, and then we have for 3 years. It's not just 1 year deal.
Yeah, that too.
That's great. He was an all-star last year.
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
I'm good with that. I think that's a good move, and I really feel like they're taking it serious and they see what we need. We have the second worst bullpen in all of baseball, and we still made it that far, and still could have won to go to the World Series, and could have won the World Series. If you see you're that great, fix the problem. And I'm glad they're actually working on the issues. Unlike some teams, Falcons, that I don't see you're actually trying. You don't see like we see, that other people see. You have the squadron. You have the team. Fix the issue. Stop. Oh, that's my friend. That's my buddy. That's my brother. Let him go. On his way. Come on.
Right.
Yeah. So I'm excited about that.
Cool. I got one more topic real quick before we wrap it up.
Mm-hmm.
Ohio State against Rutgers, they're 52-point favorites. You watching it? They go cover the spread.
You said Rutgers versus who?
Ohio State. Are they going to cover the spread?
It will be 72. Mark my words right here, right now. 72-0.
72. So they will not only cover the spread, they'll beat it by 20 points.
72-0.
I just want to know, there's going to be some smuck that puts their money on Rutgers, and if Rutgers win this game, he's a millionaire. So I was just like, That's all I was saying.
need him. I need to find him and get him on the podcast.
Yeah, why did you pick them?
Why did you choose him? What is wrong with you? And how were you so lucky?
How can I borrow money?
Yes.
How can I borrow money?
Can you please give us each $1? It'll fund the podcast, please. But
yeah, watch this just to see if they beat them by like 72-0. I just want to see.
I really, oh my goodness, if I'm right, like to the T, like it is 72-0, I'm flipping out.
I just wrote the score down, so we'll talk about it next week.
Okay, good. Please, thank you. And it's documented for you guys to watch and listen to as well. Also, what's his name? Verlander?
Yep.
Cy Young?
Yes. Because he won it.
Yeah,
right?
His second.
His second one. He deserves it.
I know. I just think that's awesome because he's awesome. So I'm saying, yeah, he deserves it.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right. So that'll wrap it up for us today. Hopefully you guys like this new format. I'm actually going to tweak some things around here to make it really interesting. Also, there's going to be some things where we can show some topics that we're talking about, and you'll still see our lovely faces on here as well for those watching on YouTube. You guys can watch last week's episodes and other episodes on YouTube and what's that called? SoundCloud. So all the stuff will be listed down below for SoundCloud and for YouTube and vice versa. Yes, a mouthful. But thank you guys so much for joining us. Until next time, next week, this will come out on Friday. That's tomorrow. So probably Saturday. This one will be Saturday, if not tomorrow. But most likely Saturday, guys. But this is our weekly podcast, the Third String Podcast. We will catch you guys another week next week. Take care, guys. Have a good one.